Alright, I got the magical wood, and I totally didn't notice that this diamond-etched computational endpoint, I was just putting it together, actually needs burnt quartz, whatever this is. So let's go ahead and get that into the system. It shouldn't take too long. But most of these blocks, by the way, look really cool as building blocks. It's not like they don't. So, you know, it's cool. But it's also just kind of a lot of stuff. So all we need is just a little bit. We're missing the burnt quartz. We're missing the burnt quartz. There we go. Okay, we got it now. And diamond-etched computational matrix. So with that, we should be able to go ahead and make the Ender Quarry now, because I got the Ender cores built. So let's go ahead and make that. Alright friends, we are just going to take off in this soothing and balmy rain, and we're going to head over here. Let's just find a good place. I don't know, where's a good place? Where's a good place we're going to find lots and lots of Certus quartz? Certus quartz occurs at all heights, so it's actually kind of behooves us to go looking up in this crag, because we can find amber and Certus quartz basically anywhere that stone occurs. And since a fair amount of stone occurs, and by the way, awful lot of potash up here. Not really sure what we do with it, but you know, it's there if we want it. We can hop down here and plonk down our freshly made Ender Quarry. It is a thing of beauty. Now, if we right-click it, there's no setup here. So what we need to do instead is fence it. This is a really interesting mechanic. So we basically go like, let's just say we want to do the smallest quarry possible. I think this is the smallest quarry possible. Region created by the fence is too small. So we're going to need to make a larger region for the fence. Why don't we just go ahead and, you know, kind of go crazy? You can see that this thing, by the way, just goes really fast, even without power. It's kind of amazing, actually. Or rather, even without setting it up. So let's go ahead and set this up like so. There we go. Now, all we have to do is successfully establish a fence boundary. This is a pretty big fence boundary. We could make a much bigger one, but let's just prove the point first. And then we offer up a tesseract to it. Now, we have to bind this to our own private frequencies, which in this case will avoid the space station ones. And we'll look for frequency 99. Which, yeah, looks to be, and we'll have it only send items and only receive energy. And I'm not really sure why that's not working, but so you can see now we're mining blocks and shoving it in. Now, it's not going to go anywhere because it's waiting for this tesseract to be set up, but I haven't hooked it up. Let me just go back over. I realized I neglected to hook it up in my effort to craft all that junk. But you can see it's eating power, and it's going to be eating power ferociously. So we're going to try and get back pretty quick and fix that. Because one of the things about this quarry is that it's sort of a power beast. If it doesn't get what it wants quickly, then it actually sort of just sits there and thrashes. So let's actually teleport this time. And there we go. That should allow it to eject items into an adjacent thing. So let's just make sure it's set to frequency 99, receive items, send energy. And now it should be able to actually send items out. I'm not sure why it wouldn't, but you can see it's sort of doing a number on our power supply because it's just sitting there thrashing angrily. Let's go ahead and make sure, let's go back over to where we were and make sure that everything's set up correctly. And we can, of course, teleport to speed things up. And you'll note that over here we actually have grass. So this is an interesting aspect of the system. How are we doing over here now? Do we have what we need? 9 blocks scanned, mining complete. I'm a little confused why it's not ejecting automatically. Can we just, I'm not sure what's up with that. What if we request a chest? This worked before, so probably going to have to figure out why this is broken. Probably going to be something silly. Like maybe it doesn't actively spit out items. We have to pump them out ourselves. That could be the case. Okay, so it doesn't recognize this as an inventory. That's fine though. All we have to do is grab an item conduit. And we have a ton of them. We actually have an item duct here too as well. Just need one. and a servo. Grab one of these that we have a ton of on hand. What are you talking about? I'm a little confused. Where did the servo go? One sec while I figure out what just happened there. I wonder if maybe my my AE system just went offline. Yeah, maybe it's porpoising on and offline. But we should be able to get it now. Oh well. And we will just have this ignore redstone. Oh, but wait, you know, before we do that, why don't we go in here and we'll grab cobblestone and we'll grab, well, no. You know what? No, we can't do it that way. Can't play that game. We're just going to have to say ignore. Go ahead and suck things out. And that should be sufficient. Although that may not be fast enough. I'm a little surprised, actually, that it's not... I wonder if it's just that it can't eject any other place but the top. Why don't we try moving this? And we'll just break this. Nothing in here that we really need. Alright, folks, well, I realized that it sort of doesn't matter if we can't pipe things into the Tesseract. I'm not sure that wouldn't be, because it wants to send items. But, whatever. We're just going to... Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and put a latch on that. There we go. We'll just dump it directly into our system, which we know can handle pretty much any amount of incoming stuff. It happens really fast. So there we go. We got a quarry, and you'll see that what's most interesting is that basically the way this works is that it puts down flowers and grass wherever it's working. So it's going to be taking our power, right? And it's going to be basically tearing things up, and it's going to leave this beautiful green patch, which I sort of like, right? And here we are, guardians of nature, guardians of the arcane, guardians unifying nature and magic together, well beneath our air shrine down there. So we're going to actually start purifying this crag and turning it into a beautiful, but also very, very, very deep dirt pit. So, you know, whatever. I think that's pretty cool. Now, remember, the goal of this, though, is to get a lot more Certus quartz, because we really do want a lot more. Now, at the same time, if you recall, one of our goals is to continue to work on Kami. And the first thing that I hit, that stymieing effort, was that basically I couldn't possibly get enough freaking dimensional shards. So if I look for shards, right, you'll notice that I actually have another Ender Shard. Now, I have built a build, and this build is not the best build, but it works. So I'm going to have to sort of delay my plans a little bit on this till, I don't know, the next episode or something like that. But we're going to copy the build really fast. So check this out. Here's how this works. If we just go down here and blink into our base. Here we are. And then we head down to our Ender portal. What we'll find is a pretty interesting build hiding around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So this is a build I just built as kind of an experiment. It's not the best build. There are some problems with it. In fact, maybe we could fix some of those right now. What we need is some obsidian. I wanted to just sort of test out the concept before I went hog wild with it. So let's get, I don't know, 20 obsidian. But basically, this is a fan grinder. It uses extra utilities, iron spikes. Ooh. And it uses some really simple tricks from the fans, which you've seen us use earlier to push around entities. They also put down things, and Cursed Earth, which we went through so much trouble to make. And it turns it into basically a kill zone. Now, it looks to me like what's happening is that the Endermen aren't spawning. Well, they're probably spawning in enough volume, but hey, why are you angry at me? I'm not anyone you want to be angry at. But you can see there is an Enderman, and he manages to get away because he can pick up the block and carry it out. So I don't think it's killing, but I only had one dimensional shard. So if we fix this build, right, we can... really, dude, you want to fight? Do you have any idea who you're messing with here? I mean, seriously. Jeez. Are you trying to fight me as well? I mean, dude. I'm flying. This is like your ultimate weakness. But yeah. So all we have to do is basically patch up this little area, little problems, and then we'll be in pretty good shape, I think. So all I have to do is just basically replace all this stuff with obsidian. And I can do that really fast. Faster probably than doing it by digging, by just going ahead and... I mean, I confess maybe it's a little bit absurd to use the one focus equal trade, but, I mean, come on. We're mages. We don't do things the old-fashioned way anymore. Oh. We also die suddenly to our own traps. It's part of being a mage. You'd understand if you were a muggle. There we go. So now these guys are going to have a much harder time getting out of this because they can't easily pluck away that obsidian. I don't think anyways. Pretty sure that they have a hard time plucking obsidian. Now, hopefully that will lead to a large number of dimensional shards. So what we should do is take and basically copy this build in the Nether because, well, it works. I don't think that they're capable of picking up the dimensional anchor or the fans. So really it's just a matter of, hey guys, you angry me? Wow. Wow, those guys, if they do see you. Anyways, we have 2 vacuum hoppers leading into 2 ender chests. So as you can see, basically everything gets picked up and manufactured, and it's all perfect and it's all legit. This build isn't the prettiest build, but I think it's pretty effective and will eventually get us everything that we need. It's chunk loaded, so things are just going to keep falling in and doing our bidding. Hopefully we've already gotten, by preparing it, we've already gotten more dimensional shards. Not yet, but we will eventually. Let's get out of here and get the stuff we need to copy this build in the Nether. Alright folks, so let's go ahead and put our design in the Nether. So the design for the shard generator. Now, it's actually been a little bit of time. I wanted to give the system a few hours to run just to really make sure it worked after the repairs that we did. And I think it did. Check this out. So if I take a look for Ender Shards in here, I actually see 12. So that says to me that the system is working pretty well and that we'll be able to reliably generate nether shards, which are the other side of the equation that we need. The biggest concern I have is that a lot more junk is going to be falling after that and gumming up my system. So I am going to have to be a little bit careful about how I do things. Now, isn't there a freaking... Isn't there a, around here somewhere, another portal? I really should just put one in my base, but I hate the noise they make. I know it's crazy, there it is. I know it's silly, I know it's ridiculous, but that noise, for some reason, even if I can only just barely hear it, it really bothers me. And given the fact of how much I like the sound of my base, I'm not exactly about to sign up for that to be ruined, my Dagobah noises to be ruined by this horrible crap. Alright, oh boy. You gonna... Is there a gas somewhere? Gas, do you even know who you're messing with at this point? Yeah, you don't, do you? You want to hit me, Ghast? Yeah. Can you even hit me? Oh no, Ghast hit me. Oh no, Ghast hit me. Die. Shh, did not know who he was messing with. Okay, so this is the other system we tried to use to make our... So this is a grinder-based system we use to try and make shards, and it turns out the grinders just aren't going to cut it. So no problem though, we are just going to kind of cut it open and change it a little bit, and we'll easily be able to make a grinder-based system that's not going to, or rather a iron spike-based system that's not going to suffer the same problems as the grinder. Only downside, of course, is that we do get an extra Essentia dynamo, and we may have to use this in our base, because I feel like maybe the coal generation of our system is more reliable than the nodes. I did a little bit of experimenting, and that bright node system, actually, if you run it all out, oh, we got so much cool stuff in here. Got so much cool stuff in here. Do I have a dolly? I don't. Well, that's okay. I have a dislocation focus, and I have basically infinite setup. So where's my dislocation focus? There we go. There we go. Bat, don't. Seriously, Nether. Why do I even entertain your nonsense? Let me just go ahead and set this up, and then I'll show you exactly how this build works in just a moment. Oh, jeez. All these freaking monsters. I sort of missed my Necromancer robes, because they stopped a lot of these phantoms from showing up. But I'm wearing my Thaumcraft stuff right now, and I'm proud of it. I'm Thaumcraft out, and I'm Thaumcraft proud right now. Yes, yes, Phantom. We are all very impressed by you. And your ghastly soul. Alright, so all we have to do now is flip these fans on. Goodbye, friend. And as you can see, basically the Cursed Earth will spawn monsters pretty fast. And then the existing spikes will kill them and cause them to die as if they were a player. Now, you don't get the experience dropping, but that's fine, because what we want is just for them to die as if they were struck by a player for the purposes of item drops. Now, we could make them drop experience too, but, you know, it's fine. Is there another... tedious. Anyways, the fans will run perpetually and continuously, and we could even put one more fan... Kind of, we get one more fan, I think. Please don't put out my... That's really annoying if you put that out. I mean, please don't. I mean, actually, it's not that annoying. I could fix it, but still, don't. If we grab one more fan and kind of put it out here, we can even trap some of the existing natural spawns. Let's grab a lever and use that as well. Oh, I had a lever on me. Interesting. No problem. Let's just go like this and put this one out here just to kind of catch the natural spawns. And you can see that if we kind of, you know, nudge this guy in, just, hey, buddy, you want to get in there? Yeah. And they all get really mad when one of their friends dies, but they get mad at a player that doesn't exist. So we're fine. Let's just push you there. Come on, get in there. It's difficult to walk near you because I don't have step up. Come on, go, get in there. Go into the death trap. Go on, boy. Go on. Get into the death trap. Don't make me push you in the death trap. Fine. Death trap. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, they're mad. Hey, guys. Come on over here. Into the death trap. Oh, boy. They can get up there, huh? Well, this is not exactly what I intended, but, you know, humorous. Nonetheless. Bunch of them in there. Yeah, boy. Sucks to be you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it for you. And there we go. Solutions. So we'll probably start to see some nether shards appear. So let's just go ahead and take a look at our shard situation. Well, not our shard. And I don't see any nether shards yet, but we're going to give this system a few hours to run and see. We only need a few. With that, I think that we're probably going to call it a day today. We've definitely done quite a bit, but really what we need to do is just let the system run. Now, between this episode and the next, I'm going to do a little bit of alchemy. Specifically, I have so many Thaumonomicons from this one experiment. It's ridiculous. Specifically, what we're going to do is go into Technomancy, and I'm going to make a bunch of orderly lamps. Now, as you can see, they're a little bit expensive, so I'm going to think about how I'm going to get Vitium. If I have to do something funny, I will. I'll figure it out. I'm sure I can find it on something useful and relatively easy to get, but everything else is really simple except for Vitium. Once I make these, if it's difficult, I'll put it on camera. If it's just really boring and routine, like me going out and harvesting stuff, then I'll just do it off camera, because I just got to go over to a taint area, like maybe Duncan's Castle, and, you know, kind of see what's up. But, yeah, I'm going to make 4 of those to stabilize my altar, because we're going to be doing a bunch of commie stuff next episode. Specifically, we're going to be making a lot of Icorium. I've already made a little bit in a live stream, but we're going to be going straight for Icorium, and we are going to go ahead and actually make an Awakened Icorium pickaxe, Awakened Icorium robes of the stratosphere. We're going to be making the full set of stuff. I'm also very happy that we've got these celestial Ender and Nether shards coming up, because I really do want to make celestial gateways. Now, the truth of the matter is that a lot of the Yogscast servers are sort of winding down now, which is a little bit sad for me, because, you know, I like them quite a bit, but it also means that they don't really care if we show up at their base and do things, right? It's done. I'm not spoiling anything anymore. I could go over to Hole Diggers basically right now, and I could do whatever I wanted. I mean, so that's fun. That's cool. So maybe we're going to make a celestial gateway and just sort of enjoy ourselves a little bit in the remnants of this world. A few people are still going, so we're not going to totally mess up everything. But, you know, if I were to want to go over there, I could, and it wouldn't really cause any problems. And in fact, I'll tell you a little bit of insider baseball. One of the things that happened at the very end of Hole Diggers was that they made a separate server just for that stuff. So, you know, it's kind of just for the explosions and stuff, because they didn't want to disrupt the few other servers, a few other things that are recording still. But, you know, like Hole Diggers is winding down. You haven't seen a lot of Parv series. I think Flux Buddies and the other stuff is still going on for a while. I don't claim to have any insight into their schedule, but I do know that people sort of feel like it's time to start thinking about 1.7. Don't worry about me. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. But, you know, I do know that some of the other series are starting to look a little bit like they're going to wrap up, or at least go on a hiatus for a while we get the mod packs updated to 1.7, which is its own set of problems I'm not going to talk about here. But yeah, folks, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not done until I have Kami, and I'm not done until I go, and I probably am going to attack the magic police because, to be honest, I'm bored and the world is growing dark.
Forget what you want! Forget what you know! It's time to sell out! Everybody, let's go! Forget what you want! Forget what you know! It's time to sell out! Everybody, let's go! Let's go!
Hey, Lewis, I'm not touching your stuff. I'm not touching your stuff, but gotta borrow this. Hope you don't mind, buddy. I borrowed it. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. And this pyramid head.